No one's tuned in yet.
Cool.
No one's tuned in yet anyway. So
we are live. Yeah.
Yes.
How you guys doing?
Here we go.
Hey, where'd you get that shirt?
Here we go.
Micah, where'd you get that shirt?
It was online. It was one of those crazy things, like an ad, one of those targeted ads, which are getting really hyper specific and good these days. I gave away the best Christmas present this past Christmas, but I got this for myself last year because Matt Barnes will kill you if you mess around the wrong way.
Yeah, Matt Barnes was a tough player, man, an enforcer. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Every team needs something like somebody like that, you know.
Yeah.
The dude's podcast is really tight too, honestly.
All the smoke.
He gets some really good guests, just fantastic conversation.
Yeah, the
all around
phenomenal guests. I loved the Steph Curry interview. The Draymond interview was my favorite. That one was really, really good. AI obviously, and Kobe RIP, you know. So that one
yeah, that's for sure. That's a whole thing right there, right? Like all the things that could have been.
You would listen to the Draymond one, huh?
Yeah, you know, Draymond. First of all, he sounds like he's always hollering, but he speaks like from the heart. You know what I mean? He wears his heart on his sleeve, and that conversation was all that. So
he's so eloquent, dude.
Yeah.
I'm now sharing to our Instagram. So I'm gonna tag you guys in it so we can just like repost. Super easy.
Sure. I'm gonna tweet right now. Just hey man, the Lakers. I might have to cut this out because we're not trying to be biased here, but the Lakers stepped up, man. They stepped up.
Dude, I missed the game, but dude, yeah, like I'm super surprised that they won.
Are you? Hey, Andre Drummond looked really, really good. Obviously, he was the strongest person on the floor, right? Aldridge didn't really do anything, but that was really cool to see.
I didn't get to watch it, but I've actually been surprised that pretty much the reports that Andre Drummond was going to be taking over that many minutes. And because Marc Gasol is not very happy about it.
No, he isn't.
It's like pretty crazy. And I didn't see that coming. I thought like Marc Gasol would be cool with things. Like, all right, cool. Like, like we can share the load and, I can go hard in the playoffs, but it's really not the case. Like, he's really like, what are we doing here? Like, I thought I was the dude, and should I go join the Mavericks now? Like, shit.
But then he turned around and then like post some really good numbers with like the limited minutes he had. That's what I thought I saw. And he's like, I'm still committed. I mean, he's a Gasol, right? Like all the Gasols are just good dudes, right? Like,
I mean, like what it was it was because Drummond got injured.
Oh, that's right, his toe. As someone who bought an MGLE Drummond, hoping that he would end up on the Lakers in advance, but before the dip, I am like, for better for worse, I'm tied to Drummond. Like I want him to do well.
He looked good, man. He looked good. Watching him rebound is a work of art for sure.
Dude, he's a beast, man.
Yeah. Speaking of like rebounding beasts, y'all see the Cantor 30 rebound game the other night?
Crazy. He's
right?
Another good big man. By the way, whoever's watching right now, we're just kind of letting people come in right now and gather the troops so that we can begin the conversation in a little bit. We have some show and tell today, so there's a little extra on today's stream.
Yeah, Cantor had it was a record, right? How many rebounds was 30, that?
So the franchise record was 26, and it was like all eyes on that. And he blew by that in like 2 minutes. Like he went from 26 to like 29 in like a couple of minutes. And it was just like, dang, like we're just like, what are you gonna set it at? Like, what's the new record? It's whatever you're gonna make it. 30 rebounds? Damn.
Dude, that's crazy, dude.
30.
That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of beef right there, dude.
Last week was crazy with stats in general. A lot of high scoring games. Didn't Zach Levine have like a crazy night or something like that? Was it Zach
He
Levine?
did. Yeah, I think he had like a 50-point game.
Yeah.
Dude,
Crazy.
crazy. But
You
yeah,
think-
man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think Zach Levine is underrated? But that's a different conversation.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is underrated. He is very popular. But dude, that dude is a bucket, man, and he's definitely not as decorated, but like I think he has the respect of the league for sure, man.
He definitely does now. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to that next level. I feel like that was like the thing with Levine, but he has proved like he has more than just hops.
Yeah.
That was like the thing. Like he could jump out the building. We know that, but now that he's draining threes like he is, dang.
Yeah, the other day when the Bulls played Minnesota, right? Him and Karl Anthony Towns were on the same team at one point, and just thinking about like what that would have looked like if they were able to like make a run together, dude. Like that's crazy. But Zach got injured, right? And so,
what seed are the? They're in the 10th. They're the 10th seed, which is the play-in round. So that's impressive too. Yeah.
Who, the Bulls?
Yeah, they're 10th in the East right now.
Yeah, dude, they're making a run for it, man. So don't expect Zach Levine to be sitting any games or anything like that. They're trying to make a run for it.
And once you get to it, I'm assuming during your segment, that's what we're going to talk about a little bit, right? Like I'm learning about that. I thought I had a strong lineup last week. Giannis disappointed in a way that I did not expect. I was like, whoa. Not one game?
Yeah, man. Those rest days, especially, if you're pretty locked into the playoffs, like, you're kind of already in there. But yeah, man, we'll get to that, dude. So for everyone tuning in, my name is Justin. Welcome to Talk Shot. This is our second episode. It is April 12th, 2021. Today we are going to be talking about what we were just talking about, which is basketball. But more specifically, we're going to talk about using our NBA moments for fantasy on Swish. And we will be talking about Topps, the card company. They're releasing their first product on blockchain. And we're also going to talk about NBA Top Shot, the website, the Holo Icon drop, all that stuff. But before we do that, just shout out to the team. Like I said, my name is Justin. We have Eric right over there. As I karate chop the table. We have Eric talking about the NFTs, the next fucking thing, as well as Micah. Who is our Top Shot analysis guru. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, follow on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all that. Where else are we, Eric? Where's our podcast streaming on now?
The audio podcast is now it's available on Spotify. It's rolling out to other platforms. So I think by the end of the week, it'll be on Apple Podcasts, any Anchor or whatever. We might even start a SoundCloud. Who knows? But any major podcast platform, you can find the first episode from last week. So if you're an audio person, we got you.
Hell yeah. So super excited to be on all those platforms for y'all. And super excited to be here, man. What's going on with you guys?
Man, a lot of news. You want me to jump right into it?
Dude, yeah, man. Holo Icon Challenge. I think everyone wants to talk about that. I know I do.
Well, there's a Holo Icon pack drop and also the Holo Icon Challenge that just dropped today. There's a Tyrese Halliburton Holo Icon Challenge, which makes sense. When they do these pack drops, they like to put challenges with them. I like that they're kind of spreading the challenges out a little bit more than they had in previous weeks. But yeah, let's talk about the Holo Icon drop and the Rebound pack drop. This is a bunch of new stuff. To begin with, the Holo Icon drop, there's new eligibility requirements. You had to have 15 months. Oh, you had to one or like three things. Really, it was like four things. You had to have like at least 15 moments, right? At least 2 rares or 1 legendary. And then like the fourth one that they didn't really like list, but was also included is if you had spent $999 in the marketplace but not on packs and had at least one moment, then you were also in, which is kind of funny, but that makes sense to me, right? Like, what do y'all think about those new eligibility requirements and the little like green check mark that showed up on the pack drop if you had it?
I think they're figuring it out. I think they're trying things right now. You know, I don't think any of these things are going to be like forever, but I think that they're definitely just trying to incentivize collecting. As you know.
Yeah, it was really cool to see that snapshot. You know, they took a snapshot at a certain time. And it's like how intuitive. It was like super intuitive, right? Because you clicked on the pack and it said, boom, you're eligible. And it showed you how many, how many moments you had versus the requirements, like how smart. That's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to put it right on the backdrop. That was something else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they'll still move forward with the requirements. What do you think, Eric? You don't think they're going to require, like that, at least 50 moments or something like that?
No, I think they're going to keep requirements, but from, if you look at what Dapper does in pretty much everything, they're like testing different ideas, right? Yeah. So like everything that we're introduced to, I that's how I embrace it. Like, okay, they're testing the market. They're testing to see how we react, which is fair. And we should expect that too, it is in beta. Yeah. You have to remind ourselves it is in beta. So like, I don't know. I mean, 15 moments is not a lot if you think about it, especially like how some of these moments are priced. So
it's funny though, as someone who I crawl through all the Discord servers, as y'all know, and people were complaining about it. People were like, I had 2 moments away. And like my heart kind of goes out to you, but at the same time, there were $5 moments like yesterday, right? $5. If you really want this $999 pack and like the stuff coming out of it, which I'll get to in a second, $5. I mean, you might have to wait a little bit, to get that $5 thing. They were around $6, $7, but I thought that there was a possibility out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so getting into it, in the pack itself, there were, 10 moments total? There was a legendary. So you're definitely going to get a legendary, which is something that I do like about what NBA Top Shot does with their packs, right? Mm-hmm. You're not necessarily guaranteed that stuff in other kind of pack drops, and these you are in terms of each of their levels. So you're guaranteed a legendary pack drop. You're getting rather a legendary hollow icon, 3 rare MGLEs, which there's a bunch of new MGLEs that were just printed, right? And then the rest of them were the base set series 2. 2,423 total packs. That's not a whole lot. But what they did this time around that I thought was really cool, everybody's talking about it, was the rebound pack, or what we thought were rebound packs. I don't know. I have to look into if they combined the two, because it went from 27, like release 27, which was on the website, to release 28, which had 80,000 packs. I had entered the queue at like 58,000. And I was pretty nervous because I thought it was only 50,000 packs for the rebound. I knew I wasn't going to get the legendary, but no, I was able to get one of those rebound packs, which will open later in this show. But that I thought was pretty rad. What was your or rather, what was your thought, Justin, when it came to like having a rebound pack for those who were able to get the hollow icon?
At least we got something, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's a rare pack, right? There's only 2,000 going out. And then there were 80K people eligible, I'm sure maybe only just a fraction of the 80K were actually, able to dish out $1,000, but so it was good to just like at least be able to be still incentivized to line up and still feel like part of the action and know that like, if I was ready with my rack, I can still buy something.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a pretty cool idea. Also 24-23, right?
Full disclosure here. Kobe LeBron? Full
24-23.
I mean, there's another 20. Okay, whatever.
You're right.
Full disclosure, I didn't join. I was just I couldn't. I'm sad. But
it happens.
What's really cool about hearing about this is that like the user experience, again, it going back to them trying different things every chance they get. Like they understand that the user experience, like really getting in line, really messes, and not getting a number messes with people psychologically. So like they're trying to lessen that blow. Yeah. Like Justin just said, it's cool to be in the action, which is, yeah, I mean, It sucks when you get a really, really low number. Like, it's kind of a shitty feeling if you think about it. Like,
You mean high number, but yeah.
High is what I mean. Sorry, yeah.
I totally agree. I think they were listening, right? Because I can see how like the concept of having these different tiered of rare like pack drops, right? Like from common to rare to legendary, having different tiers of those pack drops, at least in concept, the fact that scarcity is enforced is a cool idea, but they discovered they were getting a lot of negative reactions from people not scoring any pack drop, any packs during a pack drop. I think the rebound pack drop, really smart idea. I'm interested to see if there's going to be more of those for other pack drops. Would there be more for common? I don't know if they would, but would they do it for a rare, right?
Yeah, kudos to them, man. I mean, the psychology is you, as a company, you just defined what a collector means. Their company had just defined what a collector means. And so to still gift someone or to still reward somebody as a collector, they met all the requirements. They were good, they were good citizens on Top Shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Right. And so they were still able to get something. I don't know that they continue to do this because in the future, packs will be readily available. Right. And so
you think so?
Yeah, I mean that's totally like the goal is just to like walk into a comic shop and get a pack of cards. I think you should just be able to just go on to NBA Top Shot and get a pack whenever you want. And so I wonder if I doubt that's going to be a reward or an incentive moving forward because the packs won't be as valuable.
What if sorry, this is kind of crazy and off topic, but I'll keep it super brief. For what if you go to a basketball game and there was a really cool highlight at that game and they were able to turn them into Top Shot moments that same night, and instead of buying a T-shirt, you buy a moment at concessions.
Oh, you're blowing my mind. That'd be amazing.
Dapper, we're here.
I need to change my underwear.
I can't wait for all the other things that are going to come with having these Top Shot moments because worrying on it, right? Like the fact that you can use Top Shot and the blockchain to identify the passionate collectors, right? This is a completely new way to interact with your fans. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Yeah. Speaking of rewarding your collectors, by the way, have y'all seen this Top Shot showcase? I am stoked about this. I've been doing the Discords. I've been going through the Discords and getting my likes up. I'll show you in a second. But for those who are just tuning in, starting at noon today and going through May 4th. So this is, a multi-week contest. And the first, actually, I don't know if it's the first. I think I saw that there was an older contest that Dapper had done prior to us joining. But first, since we've joined, roughly February 17th, they're doing a Top Shot showcase contest. And the way it works is you need to build a showcase from what they call the certified ballers. Those are the NBA players that they have certified as also being Top Shot collectors. That's when you see those people on Top Shot that actually have their faces in the icons, something that they get that we'll see if the rest of us get, but that's fine. They're NBA players, right? Like they're boosting it for everybody. You have to build a showcase with at least 3 moments from certified ballers is what they call it. Then you have to get 20 likes on the showcase. This is where Discord comes in, and I can talk about that in a little bit moment. But then after all that, then for the third step, you share to Twitter hashtag Top Shot Showcase. And then anybody who has met that in terms of those first 3 steps, you're going to get $20 in Dapper balance for free, just credited to your Dapper balance at the end of the contest. That's, do a little bit of work, do a little bit of socializing online, get $20. That is sweet.
That's nice.
Have you, Justin, you were just talking about you were actually looking to buy some moments so that you could put together your showcase.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this showcase actually before the contest it was even out. I was just gonna make it up just for fun, but now there's a contest, and my idea, which I'll disclose at some other time, all you biters out there, 3 of them actually happen to be verified or certified ballers. So I'm like, yo, this works out perfect. So yeah, man.
There are some funny showcases out there. I've been going through each. There's so many different Discord servers dedicated to Top Shot at this point and NFTs. I've been going to the different ones. Someone set up a server today afternoon dedicated, from what I could tell at least, to this contest. It's like for like, boosting everybody's likes up so that we can get into it. But as a real quick, in addition, past that $20 balance, then there's an additional next level like contest. So like there's the initial contest, get them 20 likes, post it on Twitter, get $20 Dapper balance. But for those who are really pushing it, I'm trying, but the competition seems to be fierce. There are additional packs that they're giving away. For the top 50, they're giving away early adopter packs. That is fire. Early adopter packs. Oh my God. For the top 10, they're giving out Rising Stars pack. And for the top 3, they're giving out Holo Icon packs. My understanding is out of the top 10, there's going to be actually a committee of judges, and they're going to judge and choose the top 3 to get those Holo Icons. That's fire. I mean, a free Legendary pack, free Rising Stars pack, hell, a free Early Adopters pack. I want any one of those.
So let's review that real quick. So you need to make a showcase that contain at least 3 certified ballers. You need to get 20 likes. At the time of your 20 likes, you then post on Twitter with the hashtag. What was the hashtag?
Hashtag Top Shot Contest.
Okay, Talk Shot.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then you post that, and then when you do that, you're automatically qualified to get $20 in Dapper balance.
At the end of the contest. So yeah, so that'll be like May 4th. And, depending on how their system works, maybe it'll take a little bit longer past that. But they're saying at the end of the contest, then you get $20 Dapper balance. That's all you got to do. I mean,
dang.
Get them likes. And then what I've noticed is to get those likes, like you're going to have to really interact with the community. And that's what they're trying to do here, right? Like they want to use showcases to really promote the community, get people talking with each other, become friends, make new friends, talk to people that you haven't talked to before. And, that's really the way to get the likes up. And I'm going to, if you give me the option, I am going to share my.
While you do that, and then the packs, how do you qualify for packs? It's just the amount of moments.
You have to be in the top 50 of likes. So this is the thing. So here we go.
Oh boy.
We're talking Devin Vassell, his rookie, 3-pointer, 3 Devin Vassells, 3-pointer. We're calling it triple Vassellectomy.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's rad. One, you have 3 of them, right? One to open, one to sell, and one to keep, right? 2 is triple Badger.
Triple Badger, yeah.
Yeah.
And like 3 Vassells, three of them, triple Badger, 3-pointer. I'm hot on Devin Vassell. I'll turn it over in a second. He's a Spur. For those who aren't paying attention, Spurs don't really play rookies. And he's got some play this year. Not enough to really make the map, but the last person I could think of that had his skill set and the way we were talking about him, he went on to be Kawhi Leonard. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. Devin Vassell's a baller, dude. Like, this guy plays maybe 15 minutes tops a game, but he still somehow gets 2 steals, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And it's just dude, in 30 minutes of a game, people typically don't get those stats. And so once this organization starts to, get into more of the rookies or the young cast, maybe next season when he's a little more seasoned, man, he's gonna kill, and he's gonna kill those defensive stats, man. He can rack them up, especially if you play 9-cat fantasy. He gives you 3s, he gives you some assists, he gives you steals and blocks. That's 4 categories right there. And in the limited minutes, he's shooting 2 or 3 free throws, so he's attacking the rack. You know what I mean? So that's those are another categories. He's contributing in points and free throw percentage, dude. This guy is going to be a fantasy beast if he gets hella minutes. So.
Which, I think it might just be a matter of time because, he's with Pop, right? But what made me finally go all out and buy those 3 Devin Vassell's was something that Pop said. A reporter asked him after the game what he thought of him, and he said, "I like everything he does on the floor." That blew my mind. Like Pop saying that he liked a rookie and everything that they did on the floor, that never freaking happened. So I'm all in Devin Vassell, the triple Vassellectomy. I'm trying to get into the top 50. I want an early adopters pack. Trading likes for likes. But with that said, I'm going to move on to the last of the top news. And then I'll turn it over to you, Justin. So one of the other things that happened this last week, as always, Top Shot, the news in 1 week is insane. Like, things change so quickly. So just real quick, challenge reward indicator. For the first time, now those who have a challenge reward, there's a little red star. That's what they're calling an indicator. Not a badge, an indicator. That is on there now, so that you know that this was a reward. Additionally, and this was kind of a big thing, or actually I would say a big thing, gifting is back, but now with requirements that were not in place before to help with that multi-accounting, the botting and all of that. The new requirements, you have to have at least 10 minutes to gift. You have to have had your first transaction within at least the last 30 days. So you have to have a month-old account. And the moment you want to gift, you have to hold for at least 7 days, which I guess means that you're going to have to turn over that De'Aaron Fox that I gifted you for Swish, Justin, to me in like a week. Now that you don't need it.
Are they allowing new signups at the moment?
I believe they are. I actually haven't checked that in a little bit, but I haven't seen anything about signups being disabled. So I want to say yes.
Okay.
And the last thing that is on the news is the pre-order packs. They were delivered a week early. That is something that, I mean, talk about trying to like under-promise, over-deliver finally, which is hard to do in beta. I think they're trying to finally get their minds around that. And there was a lot of, I want to say, positive momentum from this past week.
Yeah, totally.
And that's it for the top news.
What was that again?
The top news.
Hell yeah, dude. Thanks so much, dude. So speaking of all the fantasy talk, dude, obviously like itching to get into it. But first of all, for those of you that follow us on Twitter, you know that on Friday, Saturday, I came out with a list of players for Swish Fantasy. If you guys are familiar with Swish Fantasy, it's just a way to utilize moments in fantasy way. So go to app.swish. That's that's SWYYSH.com. You can then enter a showcase with 5 players, and those 5 players rack up points throughout the week, and you can win moments, you win packs. I think the first four that place win a pack, and the top 20, and then from top 20 they get moments, or 20 to their credit in the marketplace. So super cool. Last week, real quick. Last week for the league, there were 3-way tie. It was I remember Big 3 and One Shine Moment. All 3 of the guys scored, tied for first, and they scored 317 points. They all had the same team. For the 2-pointers, it was Jokic and Zion. For 3-pointers, it was Lillard, which kind of let us down that week. Westbrook assists, of course, 5 games. And I was super surprised because he had a back-to-back and he still played it in a 5-game week. And this was averaging, I think, 12 assists last week. So, yeah, I didn't choose him on my team, and nor could I afford him. So that was part of it. And then Rudy Gobert for blocks, although he did have a down week last week. So that was for the Swish. That was for the league, and then for the regular Swish league, it was Chisel that got number 1 spot, 321 points, and so that was Zion and Donovan Mitchell for the 2s, Lillard for the 3s, Jokic for assists, which like, you can't really go wrong there. And then Boucher for the blocks. Yeah, man. I mean, everyone was scared of Zion's thumb coming into the week, but it was a really good. It was a really good gamble to go, right? Because I think he got injured the Monday before, so a whole week to rest. And like this guy like destroyed the Cavs, dude. This guy had like maybe like 24 points in the first half, just twos. He didn't shoot any threes. Like it's crazy. I think he ended up shooting maybe between 5 and 7 free throws. But yeah, dude, all those were like at the rim. So, but yeah, man. So let's look out toward the end of the week, Friday, Saturday. I'll always come up with my list of players. You can get with you a shopping list, go shopping for moments that you don't have yet, and use that. Just use enter this week.
Hey Justin, it's breaking up pretty bad. It's getting a little choppy. It happens though.
Yo.
I think are you gonna pull up the Google Doc right now or the document with a?
No, I'm not gonna pull it up. Okay, I was just wondering. Yeah. I was gonna show me and Micah's teams this week.
Let's talk about it. I am so bummed. I feel like I started the week so strong. Last week was my first time to play Swish, and I did not listen to your advice on Giannis, and that hurt me so bad.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like that knee, kind of messes with it, and he was game time decision going into the week, and I thought he would at least play some of the week.
Right. I mean, that's what you were talking about. This time of the year, like just like with fantasy basketball, you got to consider where is that team in like the hunt, right? So the play-in teams, that's where some shit is going to be on fire. That is for sure.
Totally.
Mr. Hegemony.
Yeah. Tell me about your team.
Teams. Well, so I'm only playing one player from last week. That's Russell Westbrook. As some of you who paid attention, I went ahead and I flipped Jamal Murray. Series 1 got game, was able at a loss, but was able to pick up the Russell Westbrook. I did the whole thing so I could get a rare, but also I wanted that Brody assist. He is just killing on the assist category, the assist handles category, week in, week out. So he's the one I kept. Everybody else, I went with new players. Zion, I just felt like after this past week, he's strong. I'm like literally in every sort of way. Wanted to go with Zion. Devin he balled out last week. He really, really balled out last week. And I noticed a lot of the people in like the top of the standings, they had Devin Booker as well. So I was like, okay, let's do that. I went with Curry this week. There's just different reasons for it. But ultimately, I played Dame last week. And I was wondering, Justin, why is Dame not listed under 3-pointers? And I realized he's got 3 games, not 4. That's a big deal. So Curry... To me, it's Curry, Dame. There's a couple others that kill it at the 3-pointers, but for me, it's like those two. Although I noticed that you had De'Aaron Fox, so tell me about that situation.
Yeah, man. Well, just like the Bulls that we talked about earlier, they are on the hunt for a play-in spot. And Luke Walton has them playing some pretty good ball. And they're all pretty inspired. I think they've really kind of found a groove with Tyrese Halliburton being there. And I think they're just like sick of losing. That's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting from them being on the team. And De'Aaron Fox, man, like, I mean, he's not known to shoot a lot of threes this season. His percentage is actually like a lot better than it has been. So I'm pretty surprised, but they want to go out and run. And De'Aaron Fox is like one of the fastest guys in the league right now. So he's seeing a lot of layups. So I think for the 2-pointers, that's what I'm going to go with. His schedule is like really fantasy friendly. According to the Basketball Monster projections, he's projected to average 30 points a game this week because of the matchups. So which is the highest, if you check out the Google document, which I'll share, that's like the highest point average this week. So kind of took a gamble on that. I had to buy him, but that's cool. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't go with Westbrook because, like I said earlier, I can't afford him.
He's expensive.
How much you get him for? 13?
Westbrook? No, I got him for 500.
500.
Like way down. Yeah. So I bought that Jamal Murray. Oh man, it was like in the heady days of February. I want to say for like it was like 6 something. I ended up selling him for $569, so lower than I got him for. Like almost $100 less. But the reason for it is because I looked into everything and I was like, wait a second, I'm trading what's technically a common with 1,000 mint for a rare at 499 mint. Better serial number. I mean, because the serial number I had before, 562, not so bad. That's the area code I grew up with growing up in Norwalk, California, which is one reason why I liked it. But I was like 562, like the MGLEs are 499 limited total, right? So rare, better serial number, honestly, a better player. No disrespect to Jamal Murray, and just a lot more ability to use it in Swish. So that's the only flip I've got in me. I checked my account again today. I don't have any more. That too many more flips. I don't think.
I know for utility and like Swish, it makes total sense. But I would take Jamal Murray in the last minute of any game over Westbrook.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
for sure.
Day,
yeah.
But I love Westbrook, by the way. Just.
I totally agree. Jamal Murray is dope. He is a baller for real. I think he is for real. But in terms of just the pure numbers, right? Like Brody MGLE had also just dropped the whole time. It wasn't just the Jamal Murray that had dropped; everything had dropped. So it felt like the right move. That and the Gobert block, like the new Gobert block at like $6 versus the hundreds that it was before. That's a nice new option.
What are we looking at here?
Yeah, totally. I mean, this is Micah's Swish lineup. Hopefully.
Okay.
If my Wi-Fi allows, which maybe it won't. Okay, maybe it won't. I don't think so. I'm not hardwired in. So
okay.
So yeah. Which I'll work on. But yeah, so just going down the list again. I mean, dude, like I said, dude, I think Westbrook is the way to go. But Chris Paul.
Hey, Justin, we got a request to like someone's showcase. Just giving you a heads up.
We can do that.
Hell yeah, dude. Actually,
Warren is asking. Warren is asking that we like their showcase.
That's the homie. I think he hit me up earlier. He's like, yo, I need 11 more. I was like, yo, dude, I got you, homie. Actually, like Micah could probably show you how to get like, yo, how many likes do you have now, Micah?
Oh, let's check this out in a second. I was at 218 the last I checked.
218 likes?
I'm telling you, I've been working it. I've been working it. I guaranteed have done a lot more than 200 other people's likes. I'll put it that way. That's how you get this. Let's see.
Discord
232 right now.
Hustling on Discord.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
If you go to the front page of NBA Top Shot, though, they added a new thing up at the top, and it like showcases, and it's just like community showcase, and you can hit like and or next, and it just scrolls through at the top. And there were people with like 399 likes. I was like, God damn. I got some more work. I got some more work I got to do.
That's crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to pull up our lineups again. Give me one sec. But yeah, just to go through it. So like I was saying, I would play Westbrook, but Chris Paul is the move, I think. For me, they have like a super easy schedule, and that's why I also chose the Booker.
Oh yeah,
he was on a tear last week, and they have no road games. I think they have one back-to-back, and so they're at home the whole time. They're chilling. They don't have to travel anywhere. I don't think they're gonna, I don't think they're gonna rest any games. Like they're also one of the teams on the bubble. So I expect a big game from him. I was actually gonna go with Deandre Ayton, and Deandre Ayton, like he's not, he's not putting up super huge numbers right now, but he's not shooting threes. He's dunking a bunch. When I was looking at the analysis, the teams that they're going up against, they allow a lot of rebounds. And so if he's getting offensive rebounds and putting them back, I think like Ayton might have like a pretty big game. So, but I went I played it safe. Steph Curry for 3. He hasn't been resting as much as I thought he was. He has been resting some back-to-backs, but and then I went with Boucher for the blocks instead of Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert, obviously, he's defensive player of the year, amazing at blocks, but purely just from a number standpoint, the defenses were allowing more blocks on the teams that Boucher was playing this week. So, but yeah, man, I'm excited to see Zion play. I didn't go Zion this week because he plays New York twice. And Tom Thibodeau being a really good defensive coach, I believe that he's going to come up with a defensive scheme that'll neutralize Zion. And then you're also going up against another shot blocker, which is Nerlens Noel twice. Right. So I think they're gonna scheme up something for Zion that won't allow him to be as productive. So
I hope not. Shit.
I mean, yeah.
About Boucher, to me, that was a toss-up. I'm still like, should I have gone with Boucher, right? Like, or Boucher? Like, okay. I'm back and forth. I ended up going with Gobert. I think that he is going to show well because he's got some primetime matchups, right, against the Lakers and others. I think he wants to make a mark. The team in general, they want to make a statement heading into the playoffs. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see. I also thought Giannis would play last week.
For sure. Yeah, man. So good luck to you. Good luck to everybody that's playing Swish out there. Shout out to Theo and the Swish team. Theo's the guy that runs Swish. For giving us a platform to utilize moments for something else, just giving more meaning to just having moments, just owning them, and just having them, just collecting them. At least we can use them for something and to win something. And then last but not least, shout out to all the content creators that are creating like spreadsheets just like we are for Swish. Secure the Dub at Secure the Dub comes out with a similar list that we do, and then at CYork_01 he wraps up usually on Mondays. He'll show like the leaders of each stat. Like he'll like calculate like who had the most of like each respective stat. So super cool, super useful. Something that I use when considering my list, in addition to basketballmonster.com. And also shout out to World War Junior, WW Junior. He does daily fantasy with moments too. So if you have any questions about that, hit me up. I'll at WW Junior. And we could just keep playing and making the most of our moments on Top Shot. So yeah, man, super dope. But yeah, man. So just I think we can move on to the next segment, right? Eric, let me quit.
Absolutely, we can move on to the world famous next effing thing. Whenever you guys are ready. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. On to the next effing thing.
Next effing thing, the world famous, the one and only, the Talk Shot exclusive next effing thing, where we talk about NFT news and a couple of the headlines that stand out. You teased tops earlier, but I'm not going to lead with tops. I'm going to lead with Tom Brady. Tom Brady announced that he's going to launch his own NFT platform called Autograph, where it's going to be entertainers, athletes, and people in pop culture creating NFTs. Not much has been really said about it yet, but it is going to happen, and it's called Autograph. So what do you guys think about that? Players not just releasing collections, but players like, you know, we see it with Top Shot, right? All these NBA players who are involved, but like someone like Brady just say, you know, I'm just gonna start my own. I'm gonna start my own thing. What do you guys say? What kind of things would you expect from that? Like, go ahead.
I think it's interesting that it's a athlete that's creating a platform for all artists across the board.
Yeah.
Musicians, etc. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's interesting to me. Did he retire yet? Does he not play?
No, he's not. He's never gonna retire. He's never gonna retire.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering because I'm like, damn, dude, this fellow has a lot of time on his hands, winning shit, and also like,
I know,
just,
right?
like, making a whole platform. You know.
It was a good offensive line. You got a lot of time. You know, that's how it works.
Well, here's a question though. Like, what kind of artists are we, and what kind of sports players are we thinking are going to go on that? Like, I don't want to bust any of the other news, but there's some other big time artists that are coming out with their own NFTs. One of my hint favorite players.
Oh, right.
Getting on that, right? So, like, who is going to go on that platform? Like, who is he targeting? That's my question.
He's Tom Brady. He could essentially call anyone. You know, he can get anyone he wants, right? Like
a Belichick NFT,
right? You know, the thing becomes when it comes how much access does he have to that intellectual property, right? All of his highlights, his Super Bowl throwing, you know, his plays or whatever, anything that happened on the field, I don't think he owns that. I think that belongs to the NFL, right? Yeah. So I'm not just no disrespect to Gronkowski, but I wasn't really interested in the Gronkowski collection. I couldn't even afford it, but also like I want a Gronkowski highlight. I don't want a card like, you know, it doesn't even have the team logo on it, right? So it becomes a question about intellectual property and rights and what can you possibly do. So I'm not too sure. I really don't know what will be accessible, what type of drops they're going to have on it, but it's going to happen. It's called Autograph, and we should probably expect it soon.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to make it happen. We know that the NBA Players Association signed with Ikomai, so it's not going to be with players necessarily. Although that's where I don't understand how much the the NFL Players Association, what their sort of like their contract situation is. I'm not sure what that is. I just know that they've signed with somebody already, and it's not Tom Brady. So what happens with that? Tom Brady can get all kinds of athletes and stars, though. He doesn't just need the NFL.
Right. That's the thing. He transcends things, you know. But whatever. Moving on to the next headline. Topps, the legendary card collecting organization, is releasing their first set of NFTs. It's going to be based off the 2021 Series 1 baseball, which is a retail pack. You could also buy it in hobby and all that, but these are the boxes you find at Target, right? Well, you used to be able to, not that much anymore. So they're pretty much going to be the 2021 Series 1 edition, which I have a few physical ones here that I can show you. And they're going to follow this design. They're going to follow the standard Topps. I don't know if you guys can see that. Is that clear? And there's a glare. So, you know, it's going to follow that with maybe the borders that are going to be a little animated. This particular series has a bunch of older, 1950s Topps because they're paying homage to the last 70 years. So I'm in. They're going to release affordable ones at $5, and then they're going to release $100 packs. I think the $5 packs only have about 6 cards, and then $100 packs have about 45, and they're going to be a limited amount. I'm excited. This makes me think about what happens to grading now, right? If this is really adopted, if people really shift to this, like what happens to PSA? PSA right now is no longer accepting cards. At this very moment, they had to stop. Yeah, they had to stop because they just couldn't keep up, right?
That makes sense.
So now what happens, right? It doesn't replace, obviously, it's never going to replace, but what does it do to that industry?
I mean, they just gotta they gotta get on Dapper's on Dapper's flow, dude, and like they gotta scale up. They gotta scale up like Dapper, dude. Just hire more people at PSA to take on more cards, man. Come on.
You know what's funny about that is they raised the price, like they doubled, almost tripled the price to try to keep people from submitting cards, and it worked against it. it had the complete opposite result.
Oh, no way. How much does it cost now? I've been wondering. I showed you earlier. The people didn't see at home. I've got a Shaq rookie card on my hands, and I have not sent it in. It's been in this massive case since I was 12 years old or 13, something like that. I haven't taken it out since then. But I've been wondering, I need to send it in. What's that cost look like?
You're looking at least $100 a card.
Damn.
Yeah, it's to prevent people from sending cards that aren't valuable to be graded. Because I think a bunch of people started sending like essentially junk. Yeah.
So how much does it cost to put something on sale on the NBA Top Shot marketplace?
Oh, it's a good point. I mean, but here's the thing. Okay,
total, right?
but that's the thing, though. Like, this is going to become a conversation of like old versus new, right? Someone who really likes the blockchain or understands it at least, is going to say why, like. First of all, the more cards you have, the more physical cards you have, the more space it takes up in wherever you live, right? Shoe boxes, cases, unopened wax, like you have to store that. You have to store that somewhere cool, dry, so they don't warp or get damaged. Like, you know how hard it is to keep a mint card, the corners nice and solid? That is so difficult.
Oh, yeah.
NFTs, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Nope.
I don't know. What are we entering right now? It makes you wonder, right?
That's crazy.
It makes you really wonder.
Now, there's always going to be space for both, man.
Of course. This is a conversation about both, about and not or. But I want to bring up one thing. This is the last thing. This isn't a headline, but I know what we think on this show. But I want to have a discussion about people who think that NFTs are scams or a scam. Now think about it. Like, if you think about Top Shot, right? If anyone invested a lot of money in a Top Shot, was able to buy Dapper in a heartbeat, but has been waiting for a long time to get the return on their investment, right? They can't withdraw. Some people might see that as a scam, right? Whatever, right? I think what's important here, right, to kind of answer my own question, what's important is to understand that NFTs as we see them today are not the NFTs that we're going to know in 5-10 years. They're going to evolve so much. We're in the early stages. So yeah, some things are still developing and some things are a little vague. But if I honestly, you guys understand, I'm mostly speaking to somebody who may be doubting NFTs or the NFT world or the blockchain. Don't pay attention to the headlines. I know people sold for 69 million. I know we can't afford our favorite NFTs from our favorite artists. I understand that. It's like buying cars, right? It's impossible. Not in this economy. But that's not that's not the value of NFTs, though, right? Like, I mean, what do you guys think?
I totally agree. The technology, we haven't really seen what this technology is going to do. It's new, right? Like what they've been able to accomplish on the Flow blockchain in what is it been 2 years? Has it even been 2 years? Well, I guess it's been longer, right? With CryptoKitties, but in the amount of time that and what they've been able to accomplish with the Flow blockchain, I think like the Mike Conley reward challenge and that surprise, right? Where suddenly this new reward challenge came out and there was this video of the player walking through the moment. Well, it was like a broken play, ends up lobbing it to Gobert, and then talking about what it was like to be finally into the All-Star game. And as an NBA fan myself, Conley has definitely been overlooked over and over again, usually because of injuries, but his play when he plays is fantastic. And to hear him talk about it, I actually just learned this past week that his people they approached Top Shot. It wasn't their idea to do it. It was his people's idea, which I think is even better news, right? An NBA player was like, hey, I want to do this thing. What do you guys think? And they went with it. That just shows there's so many possibilities with this that cards just don't have. I mean, Swish is a great example with the gamification right there. And we don't even know. Well, we could know a little bit about hardcore, which we haven't talked about yet. We'll talk about it in another episode. But there's at least multiple gamification with the Top Shot moments. That's something that I just didn't have with my basketball cards.
I want to point something out, right? We all live through an era where the music industry convinced us that buying music on little round discs was the only way. Now, if that's not a scam, I don't know what is, right?
There you go.
Here you go. CDs were a scam. I'm taking that approach, right? $20 to buy something that had 12 to 20 songs when I only really wanted one.
Yeah.
But you're making me buy this for $20 plus. When the people found out that they didn't need to do that anymore, I mean, the truth was in the pudding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's all about how your perspective and how you see things and what the world sees as value. So I'm done preaching. That's it for next episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you. All right,
dude. Yeah, man, dude. That's amazing, man. And I feel like that you have more to your story, Eric, about like talking to people about, or maybe defending this platform, but we can get into that for sure. And like, dude, I totally feel like that's just gonna be an ongoing thing that we're gonna have. And yeah, dude. So man, I think
real quick. I want to, while we're on this, actually, I talked to a couple of coworkers today. I work for a nonprofit. We work virtually for like 6 years, and we do this like coffee tea chat kind of a thing, right? We're like a couple of coworkers, and you just like have coffee and you chat for like 30 minutes about whatever. And that shouldn't be about work. And the idea is to build like a community. I used that opportunity to have my elevator speech with both of them because it was like the only 3 dudes in the nonprofit. We all ended up in the same meeting. And so we talked about it, and it was great because it was the first time that one of them said he walked through the process of like, oh, you could watch that on YouTube, but and like he answered, you could watch that on YouTube to himself without me even needing to. I brought up the example that I love. Yeah, you could also have your art school cousin design a Kobe Bryant rookie card, right? It's not going to be worth anything. You're not going to convince anybody with it, right? It's a very similar situation. But it was just interesting to see that people who also like they didn't know anything about NFTs. They smiled when I said it because they're like, oh, okay, of course you jumped into it. They didn't know anything. And they were down. They got it pretty much right away. They're both younger, so I think that helps. But I thought that was cool.
I think the moment that we're all waiting for is a very pivotal moment in NBA history to be minted.
Oh,
like the Kawhi game winner against Philly. Around bouncing on the rim. Like I think we're just because out of all the moments that are available on the marketplace, we don't have one of those like super like iconic moments, right? Like, am I wrong? Is there something there?
I think there's some stuff in there.
Vince, we're looking at Vince Carter. No, but I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah, we could use more.
Yeah, I think once we were watching highlights on a game recap, and we say, oh yeah, I have that in a 1 of 10 gold hollow top shot moment. What do you mean?
Right.
Like so.
I mean, wait for the commercials on TNT, right?
Yeah.
I think
we don't have that yet.
Yeah, they've been talking about it. They haven't done any marketing, and it's on purpose, right? Because they're in beta. They know that. They're already overloaded. I mean, the honest reason why withdrawals have taken so long and they've been hyper focused on it is because they're trying to do everything the right way, which means that there is a one-on-one touch. Like there are people who have to like touch every single individual account, like because they're making sure they got all their records in place. They're like no audits here, right? Like no IRS audits here. That they're being smart about it. It's just a matter of time before we get through all this process, and withdrawals in KYC is just a regular part of signups.
For sure. So before we wrap things up, I think we have some things to unwrap.
Ooh, I forgot all about them, actually. Micah, thank you so much.
Is that a go? Are we popping packs?
Who wants to go first?
Popping packs.
Popping packs.
Am I opening mine too? Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to.
I am so down. You don't understand.
I have 2, but I'm down to hold them so we can open them with some guests.
Oh, okay.
I got you. Okay.
Why don't you open one, Eric, and then I'll open up. I got this rebound pack. Let's
me feel guilty, Justin. Why don't you? First you mess up the wardrobe. First you mess up. Come on, man. You didn't get the memo. All right.
Yeah. I was in the wrong Facebook group, maybe.
All right. Let's see. Let's do this.
But Eric, this is only the second pack you're opening, right?
Yeah. Listen, I am a mere, for the most part, bystander, just an innocent bystander in this Top Shot world, but I do need to buy more. You're totally right. I need to buy one.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, like, I think Top Shot's the only platform that I have time to get into, and we talk about different ones, right? We talk about VV, we talk about getting into Alien Worlds, and other Axie Infinity. There's a bunch of other ones, right? But I feel like maybe Top Shot's the only one that I have like real time to get into. So that's why I really look forward to talking with you guys every Monday, because you guys bring so many other things. You know what I mean?
This world is crazy. It's wild.
Dude, I had no idea.
It's a lot. I got to tell you something though. If I'm being totally transparent about the whole pack process, I have shoe boxes in my closet full of cards. It is the closest thing that reminds me of traditional collecting, right? Even like when it comes to like other things, right? So my brain, for the most part, is still adjusting to that, admittedly, so this is by far one of the most like exciting parts of this entire thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, popping a pack. That makes sense.
Popping packs, All right, I'm gonna share my tab and let's see what's going on here.
Let's do it. Let's
open
go.
Popping packs. Let's see what's going on here.
Look at this.
Okay. I like to shoot from the elbow, so we'll go here.
Let's go.
Let's go. Got a comment.
Oh, you got a sexton.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it out. That's nice.
Yeah,
that's very nice. It's a nice
the
shot.
Dude gets buckets.
Yeah,
I feel like he's a little spastic at times, but whatever. He's young. And he gets buckets.
He fills it up, dude.
That's a dope. Exactly. That's a dope uniform. I didn't even know the Cavs were playing in those uniforms.
The black ones.
Yeah, those are better. Look at that.
Super awesome. Yeah. Alrighty. Can you guys hear the music, by the way, or is it just me?
Faint.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I don't really hear it.
All right. Let's go to the other edge. Let's see what's up. Got a layup.
Oh, you got yourself
big job.
Nice.
Big
nice.
job. Very nice.
Very nice. Because of the swish conversation, I'm looking at these on how I can utilize them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't want to rain on your parade with the Colin Sexton one, but he doesn't make many threes, so
it's all right. It's all right.
But John Morant, all this dude does is attack the basket. So that's a good 2-pointer. That's a good 2-pointer
all right.
moment.
Any predictions what this could be? Any guesses?
Hit the middle.
Let's go rookie.
I hope it's a Victor Oladipo for you.
Is it Miami or
the gender reveal?
I don't think. Oh, I like those jerseys.
All right, let's go.
I'm not on it. Is Oladipo got a Heat moment already?
Let's do it.
Not yet. Yeah. I thought he did have a dunk. Actually, I think he has a dunk, doesn't he?
No, we just watched that.
Oh, right. That was everything's a moment now. All right, let's go.
Okay,
BK.
James Harden.
That's
fresh
nice,
jerseys,
dude.
That's a strong pool. All three.
Yeah.
Looking
fresh.
I think my Swish lineup is gonna look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude, James Harden is a bucket, right? So, dude, you got all scorers, bro. Like, you got
all scorers.
Yeah, you got all scorers. And what about the return? The expected value, the EV on this, Micah, is pretty high. You bought this for what? $9.99, $10?
I think so. I don't remember what the packs were. About 10.
Yeah. That's a $10 pack he just bought. And how much are these moments going for, Micah? You think?
They're all over the place. The market is still crazy.
Dude,
packs dropped today. I would say that these are three, especially the Harden and Ja in particular. I think that those will hold value down the line, especially since this is, it's 35,000, right? 35,000 plus. But like we were talking about, if we're going to a place getting to a place eventually with Top Shot where people can just walk in and buy a pack, that would drive up the values of all these. I would say otherwise, I'd have to double check, but the market has been pretty volatile the last few days.
I mean, the last whenever I pull up the marketplace and I see a Harden, that's like $20. John Morant, $15, $20, dude. It's like
it's gotta be. Yeah, you probably at least triple.
You're already 3x. You're already 3x your investment. Your $10 investment, Eric. So
let's see what's up, man. That was very cool. That was.
Yeah, $18 for the James Harden right now. That's the low. Which
Yeah, man.
whole other segment, whole other podcast, the problems with low. And I think they may actually be finding a solution to that. The low ask may not be something that lasts past this year, actually. Maybe not even past the spring. We'll see.
Interesting.
Very cool. Very cool. Very
All
cool.
right.
All right, man. More packs. We're
So-
open 2 packs. We're 2-pack Shakur today, man.
So
2 packs.
we're doing the rebound pack, right? The rebound pack that came out today. Is that what we're talking
Hell
about?
yeah, let's do it. Get him on the rebound.
Oops. Let me make sure I share the right thing. I think I was sharing my whole screen.
I had the next effing thing scrolling at the bottom the entire time, but sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Amazing. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so once again, I got 2 packs as well. We're going to open the base set. This is the rebound pack that I got for not getting the holo icon. I didn't have the money for the holo icon. I wanted this. So let's see. There's some new moments in here.
All right, come on, LeBron.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go right to left.
Let's go.
16,
A block.
Block. Ooh,
Yeah. Bracha, dude.
Dude, how many blocks does Caruso have?
He has like 3 blocks on the
on
platform
Top
now.
Shot, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like
Yeah,
every other
that's
moment I see
crazy.
a block.
I
Dude.
just happen to have a Caruso that's funny. That's
awesome.
dope. That's a good block too. Nice
That's a
chase
good
down.
block. Yeah.
right?
I mean, I'm biased, man, obviously. But dude, Alex Caruso he's the dude.
Yeah.
He's dope.
All right, let's look at this.
The midi.
Pointer. Yep. I'll take a Trae Young three-pointer. I'm
Nice.
pretty sure I don't
Very
have-
nice.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that's a deep
Damn.
one too.
You guys, have you guys heard that this is regarded as the Kobe tribute 3-pointer?
This one is? Oh.
Yep. Look, 2-4.
Oh, no way.
Right, and the date of it is Kobe's death anniversary.
Oh my God, you're right. Okay.
What's the
I-
2-4? Like he scored 24 points or something? Or...
That Kobe's number.
No, I know this.
It was on January 26th. That's why of this year, the 1 year
Got it.
anniversary.
Got it.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's good to know.
That's
So
awesome.
the 26th, and then he points at the floor, and then he throws up a 2-4 with his fingers.
Yeah.
So supposedly, this is a Kobe tribute.
Yeah,
Oh.
you'll see it in a second. He totally does it.
Yeah,
It's pretty
So-
clear. It's this last one. There he goes.
and then
2, 4. Yeah. I think that's clear.
Oh.
I think that's clear. Look at
That's
that.
awesome.
so I mean,
Okay.
who knows, right? Some people are picky about it, trying to find value.
I'll take it wherever I can. All right, let's see what we got with this last one. Base set, rebound pack. It's a Rockets.
Daniel House.
Oh,
Took it to the house.
ooh,
Oh,
that's nice, dude.
That's a
what is
that's
that?
a nice layup.
Oh, dang.
Wow,
That's
okay.
solid, dude.
Okay.
that's a good layup right
Oh, that's
there.
around a bunch of people too.
I don't like
Okay.
those uniforms though at all. Not at
Mm.
all. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, baby blue uniforms don't really sit well with me, I think.
that's
But
awesome. That was
dude,
super cool. Congrats.
dude. Those are some pretty solid. Both of you guys ripped some pretty solid packs.
I'm excited. I'm actually super excited to jump into the Swish thing. So the more moments I can get, I think I can build a solid little roster now. By the way, does that end when the regular season ends, or does that go into the playoffs as well? Do you know?
Good question.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would think that when the regular season ends, it will also end because there won't be enough players to play.
Right, like fantasy. Got it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, daily fantasy, I think can still bleed into the first round of the playoffs because there are enough players. But once you start getting into the semifinals, conference finals, like there's not enough. Now you're just betting on spreads. So
That makes sense. Yeah, that's a good question. I was wondering about that. I've got a good number of players on playoff teams that I think can make a deep run, but that's not fair to everybody.
Fantasy playoffs are just kicking off. Actually, I'm in.
Really?
I'm in the finals for one of them right now. So it just started off today. So I'm pretty nervous about that. I was actually the 5th seed, and I'm going against the 8th seed.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So hopefully he has his build, his strategy is like the exact opposite of mine. So we're like Xing each other out. Like he's a big rebound. Like he has mostly bigs on his teams, so he has a high field goal percentage because they're dunking a lot. He has no threes and he has big rebounds. I'm punting free throw percentage. I mean, I'm punting field goal percentage, so I just have a bunch of chuckers. And being that I have a bunch of chuckers, that just means they're not rebounding. So I'm punting rebounds too. So like, you know what I mean? So like we're the exact opposite of each other. So we'll see.
That's gonna be a fun match.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see, man. But yeah, man, I think this wraps up Talk Shot episode number 2. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Where else are we?
Twitch, all the platforms. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find our content in a lot of places. So
that's right. Yeah. And we have been Talk Shot. You can find us at Talk Shot Pod on all those platforms. Thank you guys for tuning in. Micah, Eric, make sure you follow us. Those are our Twitter handles. We're talking about Top Shot all the time anyways. And if you like it, if you like what you watch, like, subscribe, share with your friends. And dude, we'll see you in the marketplace.
We'll see you there.
Peace.